It's astounding. We're still running last in the developed world. Australians are vulnerable. We're exposed to mass disease and death. We're running about 100th in the entire world. There's no excuse. It doesn't matter how many doses we move from, one place to another. The fact is we don't have enough vaccine because they failed last year to put the orders in place, and we don't have a choice in vaccines like the rest of the world. But the Prime Minister, he went into hiding, as you said. He was hiding under the doona. Who knows where he was for 6 days, failing to take responsibility. But he now sends out a military dude in uniform to try and distract from his own failure. But even if you forgave the supply problem, even if you said, you made a mistake, you cannot forgive the fact we have no distribution strategy for over a year. We're now talking about Bunnings being the answer. We'll go and get jabs at Bunnings. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Well, I'm seeing a story this morning. Healthcare students who are not fully vaccinated from COVID-19 are banned from undertaking clinic placements in hospitals and other facilities in a snap decision that's leaving students worried and confused. After years of studying to be a doctor, Kate's fears it could all go out the window due to a snap COVID decision. That's the problem. Everything is being done on the run here. There's been very little planning.
Well, they're making it up as they go along, and all these daily announcements about Bunnings and industry leaders, and we're going to vaccinate this, and we'll move 100,000 vaccinations to this suburb, it's to cover up the fact that there is no plan. A few days ago, he said, I've now got a plan to develop a 4-phase plan, but there's no timelines and targets. We're at the first dot point of that plan, which is vaccinate everyone, but people have been saying for a long time, Scotty from marketing, it's a funny joke. It is funny some days, but not when things are serious. This is what happens. He actually has no targets, and yet when it suits him, he pops up in the media and says we're hitting our targets.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for people in southwestern Sydney, well, not just southwestern Sydney, in fact, the entire city, the largest city in the nation, to be on lockdown for 3 weeks at $1 billion a week, the economic damage, unfortunately, for some, will be just too much. We'll see more businesses go to the wall. There's been no extension or federal support, if you like. The banks have stepped in, which I'm going to talk about in a moment with Anna Bligh from the Bankers Association. But, I mean, where's the federal support here for the third week of lockdown?
Well, it's an incredibly worrying situation, and I feel for my friends in Sydney. I've been in touch with them. Melburnians and Victorians understand, I think, better than anyone how difficult this is, and it's not getting better. But today's reports are shocking in the news. We really need to be clear on this as a country. The New South Wales government is seriously considering letting COVID rip in our biggest city and state. But let's be clear what that means. Living with COVID when the population isn't vaccinated means mass disease and death, and it means New South Wales being cut off indefinitely from the rest of Australia. I mean, the UK, India, USA, and now Sydney, that's nothing we should put up with.
No, and unfortunately, the Australian is right now reporting that Sydney's lockdown is likely to be extended to 4 weeks with this weekend's case numbers, crucial to any decision. And look, there was a suggestion yesterday from the Chief Health Officer in New South Wales, Dr. Kerry Chant, that unfortunately they may well extend into a month.
Well, they're fighting amongst themselves, as you can see in the media. The Treasurer just wanting to open up. But we've got the New South Wales Health Minister seriously saying, well, maybe we'll live with COVID. Well, people are unvaccinated. He may as well be direct. He may as well say, well, sorry, New South Wales, thousands of you have to die now because we failed you. We didn't lock down early enough. We haven't done it properly when we did. And now we're scared of upsetting business. It's a terrible situation that New South Wales is now in. But it's because of the Prime Minister's failure. No national goals, no national quarantine, no supply and choice of vaccines. Is this really what the New South Wales gold standard is now about?
I mean, the other issue, of course, is whether or not this new strain, this Delta variant, which is highly infectious, reaches other state capitals. Obviously, we've seen Queensland and Victoria and others close their borders to New South Wales, and it's not good for business. It's not good for families wanting to reunite, see loved ones at weddings and catch up at, unfortunate events like funerals. The whole thing has just brought our country to a standstill. That's what happens when you lock down the biggest city.
Well, from the perspective perhaps of other states, the lesson that was learnt the hard way, that Victorians learnt and I thought taught to the nation last year, was until we're vaccinated, we're vulnerable. And when this emerges, you smash it fast. You lock down sharp, quickly, hard, and you fix it. And that's what's happened everywhere else. New South Wales prided themselves for the last 18 months on somehow being different. But what we're really learning from this lockdown now is they were not different. They were not special. They were not successful. They were just damn lucky. And if Australia had followed Morrison's live with COVID instincts, thousands of Australians would be dead, like in the UK. But, I also worry about people living in the regions in New South Wales. Predominantly it's in Sydney.
Yeah.
But as you say, about the risk of spreading, how far will this spread? How are people in the regions going to be protected? But what New South Wales is now discovering is what Victoria discovered the hard way. The Morrison government's not on the side of Australians when it really matters. They're not there with the economic support. They're not doing enough. They're really beholden to their mates in big business.
All right, Julie, good to have you on. The whole thing's a mess. We'll talk again soon, and hopefully we'll see a light at the end of the tunnel by then, mate. Thank you.
I really hope so. Thanks, Marcus.
Good on you, mate. Take